everybody. Welcome to Randomly Designed. I'm DeeDee. And if you're new to this channel, don't worry about it because guess what? I am too. I've been an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for a little bit over 2 years and decided to make October 2017 my inaugural year and month to start my YouTube channel. So hopefully you'll stick around and join me for a little bit of fun and blunders and create random creativity around this spot. As you can tell, like I always say from my space around me, I'm pretty random, but I love stamping. And I hope I can get you to enjoy it too. So if you see anything that you like in this demo I'm about to do, please go on over to my Stampin' Up! Page, which is Randomly Designed. That's randomly spelled normally. And then Designed, which is DEESIGNED, .stampinup.net. And hopefully we can support each other in these crafty little random things. So today, for my inaugural month, I decided the beginning of the month that, of course, hint, hint, my color of the month is going to be Melon Mambo. So the stamp set that we're going to debut today, or demo today, should not or may not be a surprise, but it's pretty good for all occasions. So, as you could probably guess by now, drum roll please, the stamp for this demo, the stamp set for this demo is going to be Ribbon of Courage. Obviously, we're going to do something to commemorate Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but the thing about this stamp set is awareness of everything comes all around the year. We have every color of the rainbow at Stampin' Up! And I'm also sure that there's also a rainbow colored month. Wink, wink. Which you can use this stamp set for. But you can also make something handmade, and which shows that you have a thump, 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 sweet and caring heart. So, you see anything that you like, or that you no, not that you don't like. Let's just start with the things that you like, and if you just put those in the comment box first, or as we start off, and then eventually as I get better, then you can tell me how I could get a little bit better. In other words, can you kind of be nice? Anyway, if you want to join me to figure out what I'm going to do with this doozy, come on back here or over there, or just stay tuned and come back here with me. We're going to make something nice and simple.
Okay, here we go. Today, like I stated earlier, we're going to be working with the Ribbon of Courage stamp set, which I think is pretty adorable. And for our project today, we're going to be making this cute A2 size card. I think those colors, that color combo turned out to be pretty cute. Let's set that here. So, today we're going to be using an A2 size card base, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. This is going to be in Blushing Bride cardstock. And then we have the next piece. We have some Melon Mambo measured at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then we also have a piece of Wild Wasabi Designer Series paper from our Subtles collection. This is going to be measured at 4 by 5 1/4. And then we have a piece of Melon Mambo, another scrap piece that's going to be matted on here, measured at 2 3/4 by 4. And then a piece of Whisper White cardstock, which measures 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. We're also going to be using this background stamp, which is clearly in our new catalog. It's one of the newest background stamps we have in our annual catalog. It's called Marbled. And off camera, I did also use this new Stampin' Up! embossing folder is going to be our thick embossing folder, which gives a deeper impression. This is called Ruffled. And of course, our stamps, some dimensionals, some fast fuse, and our inks today are going to be Wild Wasabi, Melon Mambo, and Brushing Bride. So first I'm going to go ahead and matte these two pieces with our fast fuse. And I'm going to get this even so that, again, I don't want to put my head in frame, but here we go. Set that aside. And I'm going to get our piece of Whisper White cardstock and open up my Blushing Bride ink. And for our background stamp, because it is a background stamp and it's so huge, I'm going to ink it up here. And in this particular instance, I won't have to ink the whole entire stamp up because this is just a smaller scrap of Whisper White here. Close it. I'm clumsy. So I'm going to put this here and rub it in. Make sure I get around the edges because I've learned from experience that if you don't get around the edges, don't be afraid to get a little bit of inky fingers. And definitely don't worry about getting a little ink on the back of here because this is going to be attached to the card so it won't be visible. But more importantly, what is going to be visible is this other side, so we have to make sure we get it inked pretty well. Yeah. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, that Blushing Bride did take a little bit of a wood grain texture. So now I'm going to grab our ribbon and I'm going to take some of my Melon Mambo ink here and ink this stamp up. And another key that you might want to be, another tip, if you're random and clumsy like me, I'm going to stop claiming that. When you're as cautious as me, how about that? Make sure you probably want to keep some wipes aside, baby wipes. So I'm going to center this and ink it up. There you go. And you can't see this because this is off camera. I also go ahead and scrub my stamps with Stampin' Up's Stamp and Scrub. Okay, close this. And now I'm going to open some of my Wild Wasabi. And I'm going to stamp the word courage here. And center it here. And again, I like to use the technique where I lay the stamp down on the cardstock for just a second after I ink it to get the ink to kind of soak into the cardstock. There you go. Now, while that's also drying, I'm going to take our inside. This is the piece of Whisper White that's going to be on the inside of our cardstock, which measures 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And I'm going to stamp here. This is my favorite saying, my favorite sentiment from the inside, for the inside of this particular stamp set. here. Live every moment, laugh every day, and love with all your heart. That's how I try to live. Sometimes it's hard, but you know. And then I'm going to also stamp the heart from that stamp set here, just kind of randomly. Pun definitely intended, just wonky there on the side. Okay. I think that does it for our stamping portion. So I'm going to move this aside. I'm going to mat this here with some of our fast fuse. Center it here. Cute. Go back here. Mat this piece, and again, you can see we're off camera. I've run this through our Ruffles folder. It does give it some dimension. It's still feminine and pretty, and it kind of goes along with the curviness in that lettering. So here we go. So I have over here some stamping dimensionals that I'm going to put on the back to give this a little bit of dimension. Pop this up on the front. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. And we're going to go right here. And add this to the inside. There we go. Trying to do this again without getting my head in frame, but I think you guys get the point. There we go. Quick, classy, cute. And if I can do this, you can too. So with that being said, thanks for joining me again and making it through another video. I'm Dee. This is Randomly Designed. Again, if you want to get any of these products, or if you just want to give me a yell, you can do that right down in that space down there in the comment section. And if you want any of these products listed here in the video, please go to Randomly Designed. That's randomly spelled regularly, designed. That's DEESIGNED .stampinup.net. And thanks for sticking around. Again, I'm new at this, so come grow with me and jump on this stamping journey. Thanks.